I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
We're talking about one of the best metal albums released in the 2010s.
It's time.
2020s.
It's time. We're here. The brand new Gojira record is out. Fortitude. We telegraphed it last week. I don't know why I've used telegraph so many times in this fucking podcast. I don't mean to. But
431.
431 was that?
430. That's when it came out, right?
What? What?
Last day of April. Fortitude.
Oh, Fortitude. Yeah. April 30th.
Fucking Roadrunner.
April.
And spoiler alert:
Christ.
this album is not good.
Well, is it the coveted Anthony Fantano not good, or is it just not good?
It's just a disappointment. We talked a little bit before we started recording, and this album's probably a strong 5.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Yeah. I have to agree with that. I wish I could give it a higher grade, but here we are.
Yeah,
maybe
one day
it's
honestly better than I was expecting. It's grown on me in the past week or so.
It is. I think my raw, guttural, visceral reaction to the record, which was in a similar place of disdain and contempt, did fade after a few listens. But I don't know. I still think there's a lot wrong with this record.
Yeah, no, I agree. When I first listened to it, I was like, "Oh, this is just horrible." I've listened to it, quite a few times since, and each time I can appreciate it a little more, but I don't think it's great. I think this is easily the worst Gojira record.
Yikes!
Somehow worse than Magma.
Ugh.
It's kind of nuts too, because I've yet to see a negative review of this from any review site. Everyone is either this is pretty dang good, or Gojira once again revolutionized metal.
This is such a weird take, or a weird path for them to go. And I only say that because I felt like Magma was just okay, you know what? You're taking Gojira and you're making it a little more radio friendly and kind of accessible. But this record is just that kind of twisted and tilted and turned around a little bit. It's not even more accessible than Magma was, or I guess more easier to listen to than Magma is. It's just a very strange and kind of mixed bag for an album.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, with Magma, a lot of those songs are pretty directly influenced by post-metal. And, they're a little bit longer, they're a little bit weirder, they're doing a lot of cool things, the guitar tone and the production techniques and whatnot. And sure, it was probably the worst of the Gojira albums released at that point, but at least there was I don't know, it felt kind of fresh in certain ways.
It did.
This new Gojira album feels like just them dumbing down their sound to appeal to a wider audience, and suddenly we have butt rock choruses.
It's kind of crazy, honestly, that some of these tracks exist. I know we're not directly getting into it right now, but oh my god, the chant is just such a horrible song in every way.
Oh
my god. Could they have spent less time writing a song?
Yeah, right? Or gosh, hold on, fucking sucks.
Yeah.
The Trails is just pointless.
And it's funny. We said the singles were maybe the singles would be the worst song on this record. But
the singles are honestly probably the best songs.
They are, and that's
with the exception of the chant.
Yeah, fuck the chant.
Yeah, I mean this record has 4 good tracks. They're Born for One Thing, Amazonia, Into the Storm, and Grind. And the rest of the tracks go from objectively bad to mediocre.
Yeah.
And that being said, the album flows pretty well, and it sounds immaculate. This production is incredible. The punch of the drums, the way the guitars sort of blend in with everything, the ethereal feel of the whole thing. Bass sounds massive, and the vocals, for the most part, sound pretty good. But I mean, it doesn't excuse kind of what feels to me like lazy songwriting. Some of these Gojira riffs are Gojira riffs, and they're sick. And other Gojira riffs are I don't know, them doing chug open, chug open, chug open. like it's another just lazy Architects clone from the late 2010s. And holy shit, the auto-tune on this record. I have not heard anyone mention the goddamn auto-tune on this record. And almost every fucking song, you hear Joe Duplantier, who has a very distinct, very powerful growl. We've heard it for the past 20 goddamn years. And here, he'll be doing this pitch vocal with some very clear, like, pitch correction or pitch processing. And it sounds atrocious. It sounds so bad. It always takes me out of it, and it's in almost all of these fucking songs.
I don't know. You're not going to play this music on the radio anyway. What need... Well, I guess that's just a stupid question. But...
I mean, look, I understand why this album was made. Like, for the most part. Like, Gojira are huge, and they're at the cusp of being megastars, right? Like, they've opened for fucking Metallica a few times. They've played packed-out shows across the world, the stadiums. Taking a page out of, like, the In Flames playbook or whatever, and having choruses and more melody in their tunes isn't a bad idea, and, if handled the same Gojira aptitude...
Dude, I'm sorry. No, that's not even acceptable, because L'Enfant Sauvage is that record. And it's that record done well. All of those songs have choruses. All of those, like, obviously, it's mostly aggressive, but, I mean, that is Gojira.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, I think of, like Explosia and L'Enfant Sauvage, or, like,
Gift of Guilt.
Like holy, yeah, that's a melodic take on, like, the style sort of perfected in The Way of All Flesh, with choruses and done really well. And then Magma sort of, shit in a bucket or whatever, wasn't great. And then this record sort of returns to, like, L'Enfant Sauvage, but dumbs the sound down even more, and, has auto-tuned fucking vocals with, like, just what feels like lazy songwriting and poor choruses.
Yeah.
And, me and Adam don't say this as from the, like, place of a Gojira hater. Like, fuck, when we were getting into music back in the day, like, Gojira was one of our big bands. I remember seeing them in, like, 2015 and, like, blowing my mind.
Yeah, they were sick live.
And there's, great live band.
And they're still good live. But
their first 5 albums are all impeccable. Like, seriously, you got, like, Debut's wonderful. The Link's pretty good. Marsa Series is a classic. Way of All Flesh is a classic. L'Enfant Sauvage is pretty incredible. And then they were just like, nosedive in quality.
I don't know what it was. I really don't.
I don't know, man. And, like, what hurts is, like, in a lot of these songs, there's, like, a hint of utter brilliance. Like, some of these, like, transitions and climaxes and, like, riffs are gorgeous. And they sound awesome, and they kind of remind you of the old Gojira. And then suddenly, you're clubbed over the head by some, like, unholy combination of layered auto-tune screams. And suddenly I'm out of there.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm listening to, like, an Architects record with, like, I don't know, old metal vocals.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really, it is a very confusing record, mostly. And yeah, I mean, I think overall, I think we've basically given a pretty basic rundown of, I guess, our main points on the record.
Yeah. We'll get into a few more things, like the lyrics just aren't good.
Yeah.
There's some interesting track placements, and, like, overall, I don't know. I think this whole record's sort of defined by the fact that, like, a few songs are really good, and the rest of it just kind of disappointing. And the disappointing songs range from disappointing to just horrible.
Yeah.
So we'll get there. Let's do it. So,
yeah, let's do it.
When I remember, okay, let's talk this right off the bat. I still understand why everyone thinks this album's great. Like, I've seen so many, like, people soy-facing over this album in every goddamn YouTube comment section, on Twitter, on, like, 4chan. They're all like, "Oh my god, I don't even like heavy music, but Fortitude by Gojira." Ah! And Born for One Thing, probably one of the better songs in this record. This song does not hold a candle to any of the old Gojira songs. Like, tell me this is better than any of, like, the hits from their past 4 records.
No, you can't. Like, this is the best song, and it had to be the first song, because otherwise there's no way I'd want to keep listening to this album. No, I agree. It's like it's a mediocre This is a song that like Magma would have had a fine place on Magma, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, Born for One Thing, yeah, pretty cool track.
It's better than Prey or whatever.
Yeah, like yeah. So, yeah. I mean, we kind of prefaced that last week when we talked about it, but I do think that it serves the record well as an opener. At least I'm kind of excited going into the album.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I mean, it starts off pretty standard as far as Gojira goes. You know, you just get some double bass and some riffing into, like, a classic, like, kind of gallopy, triplety riff with, like, Joe screaming on top of it, and it sounds awesome. It sounds massive. And then the chorus hits, and it's like, what? Really? This is it? Like... I'm just kind of like I've grown to like appreciate this chorus a little bit more, but it just feels lazy. Like holy shit! And this is the first time on the record where you get sort of like the pitched auto tune scream, and it sounds so bad without fail. It always takes me out. I'm like, yeah, Gojira mosh part, whatever, and then it's like, we were born for one thing under like 8 layers of processing with like this droning and that's the whole song. Like it's just bouncing back and forth between these two motifs.
And you know, that is something that I did start to realize on this record in particular is that they're just repeating themselves the entire song. It's the most verse chorus verse they've ever been.
Oh, totally. Like, these songs have the AOR structure. You got verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, breakdown, out.
It's crazy.
Like, this song is literally that, and it doesn't get any more. Like, I mean, I like some of the start-stop things they're doing here. Like, Mario Duplantier, go. Like, I'll listen to this man drum me to sleep for the next 20 years if I have to, right? And he does some good stuff here, but... like, the cool transitions don't save this from, like, being kind of an underwhelming song.
No, yeah, I mean, as one of the stronger tracks, it is kind of disheartening.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's look at the past few Gojira album openers, right? You got actually, isn't Shooting Star the first song in Magma?
I think you have Silvera, right? Well, Shooting Star might be an intro, but, yeah, yeah, okay. You know what? I don't know, that song's fine.
No, I think Shooting Star is a better song than this.
Oh, yeah.
I still remember seeing that live and, like, having my mind blown. Like, where girls go to die. I'm the shooting star.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you got...
And then before this, you have fucking, like, Explosia, right?
Yeah, Explosia, you got Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, Ocean Planet, Terra Incognita. I actually don't know what opens the link.
Then you got Clone on Terra Incognita.
Like, if you've listened to, us talk about Opeth for the past 8 years, when you have a prog metal album, you want to open it up with a banger. You
have to.
You gotta get you in the mood, get you pumped, and the fact that this album opens up with "Born for One Thing," which is like one of their most tepid, aggressive songs that I've heard from them in a while, is kind of disheartening.
Yeah.
That being said, still better than most of the record, but
yeah.
Also, like these lyrics are just objectively.
It's hysterical.
Come on, this is like a band who once used like a lot of like clever metaphor and like imagery and like posturing, and all sounded awesome. And then the chorus is. We were born for one thing. Tame the greatest fear of all. We were born for one thing. Born to face the greatest fear of all. What? What?
It honestly just does feel like a slap in the face to the fandom. Well, no, I can't say that. But, like, I don't know. It is extremely disappointing. And it really doesn't get better than Born for One Thing.
Yeah, which is kind of sets the tone for the record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Amazonia, I know you hated this song.
No, you know what? I will say, it has grown on me too. The riff, I gotta give it to the band. They're just
it's cool. It's very like Sepultura Roots era. It's very groovy.
Yeah, I will say I still do think the didgeridoo is really packed in, but like I will give it to them for writing a pretty. This song kind of rips. I won't lie.
Yeah, no, this song does kind of rip. Like I quite enjoy this. You know, it's an example of like this simpler riffing style kind of working well. Because on this record, you know, if you're used to Gojira for the like ludicrous like triplet like down picking extraordinaires, you're not going to find it here.
Right.
You're going to find a lot of open chugs and like power chords, which is fine because that's what metal is for the most part. But the riffs definitely aren't where they once were.
Yeah.
But this song, I feel like it kind of works because you know it's a lot more focused on just the groove.
No, it is a groove song, and I will say that like the primary part of the song, rather than the didgeridoo intro and breakdown, like, yeah, all right, I'm in.
And the hook kind of works here.
Yeah, I mean it's direct as shit, but like, sure, I'll take it.
Of course, you know you still have like reverbed out and auto-tuned screams, which kill me. I mean, they're going to be here for the rest of the record. It's funny because you can always tell when a hook's coming because suddenly Joe will scream and there'll be 8 layers of him and they'll all be pitch corrected. It's like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It still kind of boggles my mind because like this is, you know, Joe also produced Magma. He produced this one too, and like for the most part, like Gojira records normally sound awesome, and Joe's vocals normally sound awesome.
Yeah,
so that's it. Kind of boggles me that they just went with the choice to pitch correct literally every chorus vocal.
It is pretty confusing, but you know, modern sound. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep the public happy.
Yeah, I agree. This song has a pretty sick climax too. Like,
yeah,
it's one of the few songs of the climax.
It builds to a nice little point, and the didgeridoo before the climax, when it's building, you know, like in that bridge, I do like the didgeridoo's placement in the bridge.
Yeah, no, it sounds cool, and like the way like it kind of gets bigger and bigger, and has like all these like reverb trails for like the. Another gold mine is unveiled. It's really cool. And then like how everything cuts out before we get the chorus and then like a nice little outro. I actually like the fade here.
Yeah, no. I will. This song has certainly grown, and
no, look, honestly, pretty good.
They're still good songwriters. They are.
Yeah,
they haven't lost it.
I mean, doing it for 20 years and being like at one point one of the best prog like metal bands. Like they know what they're doing. It's just kind of disappointing that you know, after this, like the next song, we're gonna get hit with like utter butt rock.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it. I feel like if this song was released so long ago, like it's got to be over a year ago that this song came out, right?
No, the song came out in August. It was actually. On a person, this is when we went on that vacation to Vermont.
Oh my god!
I remember we woke up on like one of the days there, and Gojira just
new Gojira song.
Like, bro, new Gojira song. And then we listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is horrible.
And the song is horrible.
The song is dog shit. Like, holy crap! Like this, I'm pretty sure we heard this and we were immediately like, whoa, dude, this new album's gonna suck. Like,
it's just. This is what they led with, you know? And I mean clearly it's got double the plays of any of the other tracks on the record, but like wow man, this is not music I ever want to listen to.
No. Like I'm sorry, that like the intro and the chorus riff is like one of the most boring things they've
It's the same
written.
riff. They wrote one riff for the song, like,
and like the see when Gojira did simpler riffs on like their more technical stuff, like I think like the song Ouroboros is a great example. Like the verse riff in Ouroboros is literally just chugging on an open string, but it works really well because of what's in between. It's in between the really epic odd time tapping part and like the really like heavy like sort of chorusy breakdown part. Right?
Yeah.
And on this song, the entire verse is literally just the same thing. It's just open chugging on one note. Right? And then it's in between probably like one of the worst riffs they've ever written. Like, this chorus is atrocious.
It's not they just say another world, another place to burn a whole bunch. That's the whole song. They're gonna that's it. They're gonna find another world and they're gonna burn it. Get ready, because they're blasting off in a spaceship in a shitty CGI music video. Actually, the music video was pretty cool.
The music was pretty good, but it's kind of, and like, I remember this was like the first time you hear those auto-tune vocals, you're like, what, really? Gojira's doing this?
Yeah.
And then they just keep doing it. And this song is like you said, it's literally just the chorus over and over and over again.
They don't change a single thing. Like, they have the bridge, which is literally just Oz over like a chord progression. And then it goes back into the chord.
And, yeah, right? And like, this bridge just feels kind of lazy.
It's
like,
not,
I like the lead guitar stuff that's going on, but I don't know. It's not great. And then, we just get another minute of like
another
world with like 8 layers of auto-tune.
It really is bad, and this song is, I think, where it shines.
Oh yeah, this is easily the worst, because like, like, don't get me wrong, auto-tune has its place in music, right? I like it on the first Periphery album. I love it in hyperpop. I think it sounds cool in certain like styles, right? Gojira, who are like a, tech groove death metal band. What? I do not want to hear butt rock auto-tune vocals in these songs. Like, what made them think butt rock choruses? That's this album.
I mean, like,
it literally feels like they just got David Dremaine to like do all these choruses.
Dude, they've been busy, dude. They're busy
they've
saving
been
the
down
planet.
with the sickness, bro.
Honest. Yeah, this song really sucks, and
it's so disappointing, because, like, I know we're really just beating a dead horse, but like, Gojira no better than this. Even like the poppier cuts on Magma, like fuck Silvera, or like, I don't know.
They still went hard, and like the songs still hold up, like, as entities within themselves. Like, I will see Silvera live. I will see Stranded live. I will see fucking
Prey,
dude, I'd see Prey live. Only Pain live. Like, I don't know, man. The Cell. There's just nothing here. It's just devoid of any energy.
I know. It feels like, I mean, despite the fact they spent so long in this and they're clearly passionate about it, it just feels kind of like phoned in. I don't know. It just, like, it's like painting by the numbers with random stuff that, well, not random, but with stuff that just doesn't work in their overall sound.
Mm-hmm.
It feels distinctly, I don't know, lazy. I also, speaking of songs I hate on this album.
See, they throw you for a loop, too, after they've just brought you into the complacency. I don't like, and I will say this about this record, too. I hate the fact that they're constantly, like, the transitions are very jarring on the tracks where, like, you have, like, Grind and this track, which do kind of the same thing. They go from this weird, not Gojira mood that is not bad, I don't think. But then they transition it into the new butt rock Gojira, and it doesn't work one bit.
I'm sorry, I hate the intro to this song.
No, it's a no...
Like, the first time I heard this, I was like, am I listening to the right band? Like, I've been grinding and grinding. Oh, ocean, have mercy. What? And then once more, there are like 8 Joe Duplantiers, all like auto-tuned. And then you get like a very simple like do 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 do, and it's all like major key for some reason. Get those fucking 1-3-5 triads out of here.
Come on.
This is French death metal.
Yeah.
I sound like a 40-year-old Brooklyn vegan reader, but alas.
Yeah, no, it's annoying. It's annoying.
And the intro goes on for way too long. It's like 2 minutes.
Yeah. I will give it to the band for being consistent in theming pretty much throughout the record. They do bring back a lot of stuff. Like, obviously there's the grinding, which there's a song called Grind, and in Grind they reprise the chant and Fortitude. Like, I will give it to the band for consistent theming, but that doesn't mean that it's good at what it does. And this song just builds from nowhere. This song could have built from the small chug that, like, it starts with. That the song really starts with.
I also don't like that this song is one riff. Like, hold on. Like, I just expect better. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not listening to like some shitty like Swedish melodeath band with like that, you know, that headlines walking every year because for whatever reason they shoehorn bad hooks into all their songs, and you know all the Swedes can like raise their fists in the air and chant along for the
We have nothing against the Swedes.
Yeah, no, I mean all people of the world are equal, no matter where you're at. Like, Jesus Christ, this is not what I'd expect from Gojira.
No. Or want distinction. I don't need or want or expect it. But now I expect it going forward.
I like sort of the solo in this song. Like, we've never heard a Gojira solo, and it kind of works.
Yeah.
And like it reprises the first like opening, which is cool, but then like, you know, the chorus comes back in. I want to be out. And the auto-tune vocals come back in, and I just want out. I'm like Jacob Bannon in the song, titular song, Jane Doe.
That was
from the album of the same name.
That was not good.
I want out. Yeah, and
I wanna.
I will say it is cool how they do like the panning thing that all metal bands do.
Where
come on, that's cool.
I got thrown for a loop. I was listening on my speakers, and I was like, the fuck is happening? And I had to like, I put in my headphones and I was like checking. I was like, there's a couple of these tracks. I think Born for One Thing too, actually, all the vocals are in the right ear.
Really?
Yes. At least the primary lead vocals in the right ear. Which is very strange.
Yeah.
More strangeness to this record.
Yeah, right. I'm a sucker for whenever, you know, guitars do a riff in one ear and then the riff gets reprised in the other ear, and then they both come in and then the drums come in. Like, come on, that's always
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This like aside from like a few clever songwriting things, and the solo's legitimately good. Like, I think the song's ass. Like, I'm sorry. I think the intro's dumb. I think it doesn't sound good.
It's all over the place. It doesn't come back to where it began. It doesn't like that little grinding like that at no point, because it doesn't come back. And what did I get from it? Literally nothing.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I just hold on, fight.
It's very disjointed. It just doesn't make sense. In terms, it just doesn't make sense.
I agree. It's not their best material.
No.
Like Newfound, which is also not their best material.
No. I think that the song is. I mean, I like the pick scrapes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Look, I feel like, I know Gojira are known for the pick scrape, but this is like a riff where they're just like, we have a gimmick button. We're gonna push it every 2 seconds. Like, I just think it just comes across as annoying at this point. Like, I like a good pick scrape. I think it's sick in a breakdown. I think it's sick to add variety to a riff. But when every other note in the riff is just like, but like this, it'd be one thing if they did it once. It'd be another thing if they did it twice. But this song just loops the same riff over and over and over and over again. It'll be like riff, cool, new riff. Back to that one. Oh look, there's clean vocals again.
Yeah. We're halfway through the album now, just about. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna. There are a couple of highlights in the second half, but like, I don't know, man. At this point, you should expect that this record's just not good. And
I agree.
They consistently fail, which sucks.
No, it's like all the pieces are there, and they're just like in different places. And if they put them together the right way, maybe it'd work. I don't know. I hate the chorus of this song too. I just think it's dumb. New. Found.
The cross the sea!
And then, like, I don't know. It's just,
Pick scrape!
Pick scrape. Oh, we're doing an ascending major chord progression? Cool. I don't know. The song's also 6.5 minutes. Like, why? No song has to be 6.5 minutes when it sounds like this.
Yeah.
That being said, the breakdown riff after the first chorus is fucking sick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, there are hints of the old Gojira in there. But then it transitions right into the chorus again, and it's like, why did it do that? I don't know.
It's just...
This song is like, is like half chorus, and the chorus is probably the worst part of the song, so.
Yeah.
See, like, dude, like, are we insane? Like, everyone I see online, whether it be Reddit or, like, various metal journalists are like, a true highlight of the record, newfound, like, shows the passion in their act of Gojira. Like, are we just jaded, like, cynics? Like,
I don't know, I mean...
What are we missing?
I think that there's certainly an allure that has been lost. I feel like when you're... It's really hard to parse together. Because I personally don't find any sense for it. And it frankly just it pisses me off that there's nothing of substance, or the tracks that are being hailed as substance are just like newfound. I don't know. I wish I could quantify it, but I don't know why people actively like this record. Maybe it's just because they're excited for new Gojira, but I don't know, man. Even some of the bigger sources, or I guess the more credible ones in our eyes, are, you know, also positively reviewing this.
Yeah, dude, I was so surprised when, like, Invisible Oranges put out, like, their thing where they talked about this and Cannibal Corpse, and they were like, this album's awesome. If you know Gojira. Like, what? That's Invisible Oranges. You guys never... you
never miss. I don't know, man. I really don't.
I'll present my thesis at the end, but let's keep going. You found, I'm sorry, not a good song.
No.
So we are 3 for 3 now with songs.
Okay,
that suck.
So I am fine with this interlude. I honestly am. If they didn't have the chant after it, I would be like, you know what? Fine, give me the break. But because it leads to the chant, dude. Alright, now that we're here, that is unacceptable for a band of this caliber to write. And I'm sorry if my expectations are too far over the moon, too optimistic, but like, I don't know, man. The band is better than this.
I agree.
The band is better than the chant.
I think an interlude like Fortitude's fine. I don't think it needs to be 2 minutes long. And the fact that it ends up... We're hearing literally 7 minutes of this riff. 7 straight minutes of 2 chords.
No, it seriously wouldn't be bad if, like, this went into, like, a 7-minute song where, like, the first half was based around the riff, and then it just completely changed it up for the second half of the song.
Yeah, like, you know, like Gift of Guilt or Art of Dying, right?
Right, bingo. But no.
Nope.
No, it's for 7 minutes. It is so... Oh, man. Because of that in particular, I mean, I can't say much for Fortitude other than being like, I don't know, maybe that riff has promise somewhere, but not the chant. That's not the way to do it.
Nope. And like, I don't know, so at first listening to it, oh, this is kind of cool, right? You know, it's like this tribal rhythm. Yeah. You know, I like it. And then you hear the song, it's like, ah. You know, it's like the TikTok meme of like someone throwing spears at a wall and someone reacting to it. And each spear, they get hurt a little more. That's the chant.
It's just really lame. Like, the song is really lame. It's not exciting. Nothing big really happens of memorability. It's just
there's a solo.
Yeah, there's a solo, and yay. No.
Like, I don't know. Is this just supposed to be the arena sing-along?
Must be. I find no other explanation, so...
Yeah, but, like, seriously, what the fuck, Gojira? Like, this is probably the worst song you've ever released.
I don't think there's a doubt that this song is... no shit, it has fucking a million plays already, you know? Like, I'm not surprised in the slightest. But, like, wow. And I have to fault the community for this, too. Because, I don't know, man. Even if I was new to Gojira, I still feel like this song is just too fucking boring to do anything. I don't even know how, like, maybe new people to the genre would be like, unless you're a fan of dad rock. And maybe that's where most of the hype is coming from. Maybe it's just a bunch of dad rock heads.
I think if you're a fan of a lot more, like, commercial metal, like, I don't know, In Flames or Arch Enemy or, you know, any of, like, the pop death metal bands where it's just, like, half death metal, half, like, atrocious, like, dad rock choruses.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, probably fit right in alongside this album. And that's a surprisingly large market. You know, a lot of people love Lamb of God, a lot of people love Trivium. Obviously, those bands aren't totally the same and don't really fall under that, but, like, you know, if you like those bands, chances are you'll probably like this record.
Have fun. We'll give it to you. We don't want it. We don't want it anymore. You can have it. I
want to see Gojira in a couple months.
No, I do too. I
don't know, man. And, like, once again, like, the lyrics just suck. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Dude, leave the mud behind and climb up the sky. Wake up to the sound of doom. Wake up, wake up.
What? What's happening? What the... so cryptic.
Vocals in this chorus are not good. Or in the verse are just not good. Like, we have the Joe Clean where he's like, you are told to swaddle, fall, and hide.
Yeah.
Once again, with auto-tune, because why the fuck not?
I guess that's what... Dude, that's what... Honestly, you know what, dude? Who are they signed to for Magma? Roadrunner? Okay. I have a hard time believing that... I don't know, maybe... You know what? Maybe it was the record label. Maybe it was the label. I don't...
Dude, I feel like this was a decision by the band.
I hope not. But it's so weird because a track like this and Born for One Thing and Grind can exist in the same capacity.
I mean, we're no stranger. We love Opeth. Like, we're no stranger to, like, bands doing a bunch of variety on the same album.
Yeah, but I don't know. Obviously, this one doesn't
at least
work.
Sphinx is way better than, like, the previous 4 songs, you know?
Yes, I agree. We do get we do get somewhat of a reprieve on this track. Because it's pretty good.
Right at home with, like, something from, like, L'Enfant Sauvage.
Yeah.
And, like, I honestly don't even hate the chorus in this song.
No, I disagree. Or I agree with that take. This is a decent chorus. And you know what? You also have sparse pick scrapes, but very welcome.
You know, obviously, I wish there wasn't layered half scrum, half clean, auto-tuned Joe Duplantier vocals, but, like, you know, you take what you can get, right?
Yeah.
And these riffs are pretty great, honestly.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I don't know, I'd totally kill someone in the pit to this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If there's a story to this record, I'd like to know it. I feel like it may provide us some very needed insight into the world of Gojira, but I don't know. Yeah, this song is pretty good for what it is. I still think... I don't know. Do you think this is better than Born for One Thing?
No, I don't like the B-side at all. like the bridge where it's like the
Yeah.
savior has arrived, the savior has a name, and then the chorus comes back. I don't think that's great.
A lot of solos here.
Like, yeah, no, this is like the
There's
first
solo
record with solos, and they're like 3.
There's another solo on this track. Yeah, man, I don't know. At this point in the record, your ears are exhausted. And
you just sat through the chant.
Right, you just sat through the chant, and all the other tracks that we were talking about. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can appreciate this song for what it is. But I don't have, like, a personal connection to it, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I'd listen to this when I was working out and it came on. I wouldn't skip it, but, like, I'd never skip it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes you're like, fuck, I want to hear the heaviest matter in the universe.
Right.
Like, shit, I want to hear Backbone.
Yeah.
Or Clone, or, I don't know, Love or something.
You won't see us running to Sphinx as a top choice.
Yeah.
There will not, I don't think, be any of these Gojira songs in the PMMetalGuide Best Songs of 2021. I do not believe.
Yeah, I agree. Into the Storm, honestly, like...
Also grew on me, still not one of my favorites.
I think it's one of the better songs here.
I do agree, and I like its, I do like its build, and I love the breakdown. Where it comes back and you got Mario just going nutso on the kit. And like this whole song, yeah, it's got a really nice flow and pretty good pacing. And although kind of repetitive,
tremolo picking.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a little repetitive, and the song really doesn't do that much different throughout, but it's good to see a majority back, or a majority of the Gojira sound come back on this song.
Yeah, no, like this main pattern's sick. It's like metric modulated. There's a lot of galloping, and like like don't get me wrong. I think this chorus is a little annoying, but I think it's done well.
Yeah.
Whereas like the chorus is like Newfound or like the entirety of Chan or like Another World just suck. Like, this chorus is good. It's not something, like, I don't want Gojira to be doing choruses like these, but at the very least, it's well made, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that it has pretty solid riffing and flow around it definitely helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the tremolo stuff. It's cool. You got a little ska beat in there, dude. I hear that boom dap, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna wear checkers the next Gojira show and skank during the Wall of Death.
Skank during the End of the Storm Wall of Death. Dude, I just hope a live show won't be dominated by...
Oh, yes, please.
Fortitude.
Play, like, 2 songs off this album and let them be Amazonia and, like, I don't know, grind.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. The song's good. Like, for the most part. Granted, like, you know, we've been saying it the whole record. I'll say it again. Why is the chorus sound... Why do the vocals sound like that? Why are they auto-tuned?
Why?
It just sounds shitty, man. It just takes me out.
Yeah. But Into the Storm, pretty good track. It does the magma thing where it fades out, and then, like, makes it, like, it puts it up a key, and you have, like, a harmonized part just so quietly underneath.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. Lowlands barely works. The Trails does not work.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. People are like, oh, it's a lot bluesier of a Gojira tune. It really showcases Joe's unique vocals. It's like, no, this song just sucks.
No, this song sucks. No, it's funny because immediately I was like, oh my god, they just did Lowlands again, and it's just worse.
Yep.
I'd rather listen to Lowlands. Yeah. I don't know. This is...
In the Trails. Beyond.
You know what?
The reason.
I feel like if this song had a little bit more mystery and energy put into it, it might be good. But...
Yeah, I agree.
But, like, the whisper vocals are cringy. Like... nothing is going hard. It just kind of sits there and just wades from start to finish. And this is only 4 minutes, but still.
Feels longer.
Feels longer, yeah.
And like the climax here is in a weird place during like the how can we be so blind?
Yeah.
And then it just goes right back to the same the signs. And like this song, honestly, the song reminds me of like a hymn from Idols.
Yeah.
Like it's 5 minutes of like hinting at something more, and then you think it's gonna go hard, and then it just doesn't.
Yep. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Easily a low light. Like the song is kind of pointless. I really think it furthers the album flow.
No, I would agree.
Do you know what my favorite aspect of the song is?
What?
How Joe's like clean vocals in the verse aren't auto-tuned. That's my favorite aspect of it.
That is a good fortune. That is true. And he's not a bad singer. He doesn't need it.
Yo, he really doesn't. Like, come on. I guarantee like seeing a lot of these songs live is going to be a lot better than listening to the record because you can't auto-tune live.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you have sort of that aggression and like the punk energy feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the song's boring. It ends anticlimactically. Like, it's dumb. It's stupid and shouldn't exist. No, I don't know. It's not a good track.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the rhythm sections Gojira. That's obviously going to be great. There's not a single Gojira song where that isn't amazing. But I don't know.
Uninspired might be the right word.
Yeah, and I agree. Now, Grind.
Dude,
this is just the best song, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you can't have those off-time blast beats in the beginning and be like, I remember listening to this and just being like, no, this is a joke, right? Like this is not. I'm being pranked right now. They have it in them. It exists.
They really do. Like the song hits it running. The riffs are fucking sick. Joe's vocals actually sound good. The song goes from like 5 different ideas in all these cool different ways, and it sounds awesome. And it builds, and it's sick.
Yes.
It's like where was this for the past 50 minutes?
Seriously. Yeah, it's just
really that central like like that's so good. It works so well.
Yeah, it's sick, and yeah, man, I wish there was more of this on the record. I don't know. I mean, even the chorus, you know, like it gets big and kind of epic, and I guess kind of the way it's been, but like. Even there, you still feel like it's kind of drawn out, it's kind of epic, and it feels like an old version of the band. And that's all you can really ask for at this point.
And the fact that like this song's able to go from like, you know, sick Gojira to like good chorus to like kind of like atmospheric outro, like in 5 minutes, do it all really well and keep the like engagement or have it be sick the whole time. Like the band knows how to do it. Like I understand. Why can't they just do this the whole record? Like what? I don't know, man. It's a little annoying because like I remember when I first heard this, I was hanging out with one of my friends who like has listened to Gojira in passing, and we were driving around, and I was just listening to this like for the first time, and then Grind came on. And I was like, is this like The Way of All Flesh? Like,
yeah,
is
you're like,
is
wait a minute.
B-side? I was like, this is fucking sick. No, it's the same album. It's just for whatever reason they were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do what we used to do pretty good on this last track. Like, I don't get it, man. I really don't. Like this whole record is so bizarre because like there are all these glimpses of like the past genius that Gojira once had, and like Grind and like Amazonia and parts of Born for One Thing and parts of Sphinx and Into the Storm, and then there's shit like The Trails and The Chant and Fortitude and Newfound and Another World, which these songs suck. I'm sorry. Like this, and of the songs that are like pretty good, like I don't know, like Sphinx Into the Storm, Born for One Thing are like they're okay.
Yeah.
And then there are like 2 legitimately good songs on this record.
Yeah, I would agree.
And, like, the only reason we're, like, you know, we've just shit on this for the past hour. The only reason we're not giving this, like, a 3 or 4 is because it flows quite well, it sounds quite good, the performances are good, and for the most part, like, they know what they're doing. Like,
I mean, it is Gojira. You know, we're not... This music isn't badly crafted, it's not badly performed. I mean, like, it's just such a disappointment as a fan and not what I'm looking for in their sound.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, yeah, I mean, this really just kind of feels like they're aiming for bigger stages, and they're like, yo, what if, you know how we dumbed down our sound a little bit on Magma? What if we do it again, except we have choruses now? And, I mean, I guess it's working. Like, everyone seems to be loving this for no reason. I really don't understand. I really don't.
I can't either. I want to talk to someone. I want to talk to someone about this record that isn't you. Not that I have a problem, but yeah, I don't know.
I feel you. Well, I mean, look, I went on our prog metal because it was like, you know, our prog metal and like our metal are both a little snobby, right? Maybe they'll have a certain opinion. Everyone kind of unanimously loved it. On r/metal, there were like 2 people out of like 100 comment thread that were like, this is a little disappointed. I can tell Gojira just aren't for me anymore, and that's fine. And I don't know, that's probably the takeaway to have. I just, like, kind of hurts that, like, they still have it in them. You know, like, when you see Gojira live and they perform, like, songs from Mars and Way of Hell Flesh, like, you know, shit will go down, right? It's a little disappointing that the new stuff's like this.
Grind at the end makes this record a tease.
It really does.
Because, like, if you started off the record with that, I'd be like, oh, they started off the record with their best song. But, like, I feel like that would be better than... Well, I guess going out with a bang is a good thing, too, but what I'm trying to say is that, I don't know, this band is capable of so much, and they've already proven themselves to be one of the most driving forces in the genre as a whole, and it's just... It's amazing to me that the band can completely 180 and almost give up everything that made them who they are. And
then get widespread acclaim
and then
from
get
every source possible.
Yeah, right. Like that doesn't happen with other bands. And work. Like, I remember when obviously, like, well, I don't even know. The 2017 Architects record was really divisive. You know, people were very torn on that record. A lot of people really liked it, and a lot of people really, really didn't. I was certainly in the didn't like camp.
Just another doomsday.
but like, yeah, doomsday. Like a lot of people really liked that album, but a lot of people really didn't like that album, and that's the same way with their new stuff. I don't think that it's reasonable for Gojira to be in a different place, because they have effectively done the same thing. Now, granted, Gojira is a much better band than Architects.
Yes,
but it is the same. I think that they should be held to a similar standard, especially by their fan base.
Look, man,
when it's this obvious. No, there is no way, Sam, that the two of us who have been listening to Gojira since they were literally babies, like, it doesn't make sense that we are the only people that we have encountered, other than a few small pockets of the internet, to, like, dislike this record. Because I do dislike this record.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's bad. I think it's actually the worst.
It is a bad record. It is a poorly... No, it's not poorly made. But, no, yeah.
There are questionable artistic decisions that hinder our enjoyment.
Yes. That is exactly the way to say it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think you kind of got to recognize that Gojira are definitely aiming for, like, a larger crowd, and they're going to leave sort of... You know, they're going to leave behind the people that listen to...
Of course.
You know, OSDM or like...
Yeah.
Or like DSBM or any of, like, the really niche... You know, underground metal genres. Because Gojira were like the underground darlings for a while, and I think they finally hit the mainstream. Hey, good for them, right?
Yeah, good for them. I mean, I'm glad that Mario Duplantier drummed on the late night show with Seth Meyers, but that's always wild when that shit like that happens.
I know, but hey, look, I mean, it's cool. Like, they have a good message.
Yeah.
A lot of people really love their music. A lot of people really like this album. Like, who are we to be elitists about it?
And that's literally our job. That's why we made this podcast. That's why. That's why we have a. No, I agree. I think. That being
said, this album sucks. It's easily the worst album. Like, what the fuck? How does the band that fucking released From Mars to Sirius, The Way of All Flesh, and L'Enfant Sauvage in a fucking row, and just consistently be one of the best touring metal bands in the goddamn world, paying homage to all these underground legends, creating wonderful songs, expanding upon their sound, being the perfect blend of technical, heavy, and catchy at the same time, release this garbage fire. There are 2 good songs, there are 3 acceptable songs, and there are 6 shit songs. And I just don't understand how the same group that made these previous records and is still clearly capable, as evidence on Grind, can release this. But that's just my opinion.
I think that's a well-informed opinion, and pretty honestly well sums up our point. Because I do think that we have every right to, be, I guess, unhappy with the product that, that the seller produced. Okay? I expect better next time, Mr. Gojira. I do. Or Mr. Gojira's.
Yeah, plural.
Yeah, I guess. But
bro, you know how with Load and Reload they said, "Oh, Metallica cut their hair." Bro, Gojira put on shirts.
Dude, Gojira literally put on shirts. Dude, if Mario wears a shirt at this Gojira show, that's how I'm gonna know something's up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'll have to do shots of Everclear in order to forget the experience.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
This album's a 5 out of 10. And it's a disappointing 5 because, they could do better, and there are hints of greatness in there, and this band is better than this.
The band hasn't changed, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what has caused... I mean, obviously, we know bands get lighter with age. That most of the time. That's not a shocker.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. There are certainly examples other than that, but...
especially in prog. It's every prog band. I don't know, man. Look, and from at this point on, I'm not going to be eagerly anticipating next year's album. I'll see them when they come to town. For example, they're playing near us in October with Nocturnes.
They're playing near us twice. No,
oh yeah, and they're with Deftones and Poppy. And I'll probably see them twice. I'll probably have a good time twice.
No.
It's just, I don't know. It's a little disappointing. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is a disappointing record. I wish there was more to really critique, because a lot of it is just the fact that it's just boring dad AOR.
Yeah.
That's
it's
most...
the random choruses just shoehorned in and hitting you over the head with the bad vocals and questionable songwriting decisions.
Yeah, it's not the debut from legendary fucking metal and hardcore band Wrist Meat Razor, but it is it is certainly not from Mars to Sirius or anything like that.
Look, tomorrow Fantano will release a not good on this, and we'll feel vindicated.
Dude, honestly, if Fantano drills this record to the ground, which I think he should, I will feel better.
Fantano drops, he's like, guys, I'm feeling a strong 9.
Guys, this is the best Gojira. Could you imagine?
Alright. Any news aside from Marilyn Manson being horrific?
I think it's worth mentioning. I think we should cancel Belphegor, because they called one of their fans a wonderful slur for homosexuals that we do not take too kindly.
Belphegor, that's cringe, dude.
Yeah. Don't be cringe. Don't listen to Belphegor. They also support... the reason this whole thing comes about is because they're taking fake Tushka on a tour. And everyone was like, why didn't you just get the real Batushka? You know, like, this is known knowledge that, like, the leading songcrafter of this band was shit out of his position and was taken over by a record label. And they're going along with it. And so everyone's like, hey, fuck you. And, yeah, they're not taking... Belphegor is not taking it well, and they are certainly reacting on social media with some pretty nasty stuff, personal attacks, and the like. So I won't be listening to the next Belphegor record, which is honestly pretty soon to come out. I mean, they haven't released a record since 2015 or 2017, but they did release a single last year. So fuck you, Belphegor. Yeah, don't be homophobic. Come on, don't be homophobic.
It's 2021.
All right, I know we weren't gonna talk. Well, hold on. Why don't we tell now that everyone who's actually come to this podcast to listen to the primary topic has left. I have some releases I'd like to speak of.
All right, fine. Week. I have like 2.5.
Well, that's just fine. I have quite a few actually. Because we don't really have any news, so.
Okay, well.
Unless you have news.
I don't know. Literally, Marilyn Manson was accused by 3 separate girlfriends this week, and seems like a horrific person. If even like a fifth, or I don't know. If one. If one of these acts that he's been accused of is true, then maybe you should rot in hell. Like, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, people do make mistakes, but when when double digits get involved, I'm sorry, man.
It's not they're like, oh, he bumped into me when I was holding a cup of tea. It's like, he abused me in this way, engaged in psychological and emotional and physical warfare. Tortured me physically, locked me in looks like I'm gonna have to cancel my order of Manson.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, one thing Herman Lee did an interview where he was like, I think the metal scene is in denial of the racism in it, and I think that's pretty accurate.
I think that it's important. It's kind of like privilege. Because, I've certainly acknowledged that the inherent, there is sort of, not an inherent, but a lot of the community is, one demographic. And
yes.
that certainly takes into account how the music and industry functions. And I do think that, informing people as they go along is important. But at the same time, we just kind of gotta, take.
We should strive to be better.
Yeah.
It's not enough to be not racist. You gotta be anti it. And the only way, we keep metal and heavy music alive is by being accepting and making it easier for more people to get into. And when half of a subgenre, like one of my favorite subgenres of music, period, consists of Nazis and has this horrible history and has a tendency to isolate minority voices and has a tendency to be sexist. We should definitely strive to be better. And it's nice to see someone like Herman Lee acknowledging it, speaking out on it, because he's right. He's the only big Asian player I can think of.
Yeah, I would agree. Yes, I support that. Dino put out a playthrough of the newest single.
Yo, dude, sorry, I gotta go get it tattooed on my fucking face.
Dude, we just gotta call up Dino, dude.
Dude, honestly, I'm not even joking. I think we could get Bell Burden or Dino on this cast.
Okay, wait, actually, this is related. 3 days ago, Metal Sucks put out a poll about what people think of Fortitude. And I'd like to
link this to me.
There is 4 options. It's their best album to date. It's not the best album, but it's pretty up there. I like it, but I don't love it. And what a letdown. That is what I will be voting for. And 10% of people agree with us.
Hey, that's the smallest. That's the smallest percentage. Yeah, it seems like 50% of people think it's not their best album, but it's pretty up there. A third say I like it, I don't love it, and then 10% thinks it's their best work.
Well, good. Yay. Nice. Wow, they're going to be busy next couple of years.
Gojira? Yeah, hey dude, they're one of those bands that just tours.
Maybe that's why this record is so bad.
Oh,
anyway...
Dude, Ted Nugent solved racism, okay?
He did it! Dude, he got his PhD in anti... I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what it was. The joke didn't come.
Yeah, Ted Nugent, my man, plays like 10 shows without wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Then with COVID symptoms, then gets COVID, then says, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a hoax, but it's real. Now he's saying just like racism isn't real. Same dude that called Obama subhuman scum.
Yeah.
Not that Barack Obama is like the best individual that ever walked the earth, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Why do you think why is he that? Why is he like that, Ted?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's an idolized and popularized figure who has a platform.
Yeah, he has like a New York Times best-selling book.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'll listen to Stranglehold once every 10 years, okay?
Yeah, literally. Dude, I'm sorry, the song does kind of rip. It very much rips. I will say.
Yeah, that song rips. Let's be real.
All right.
Megadeth, Lamb of God, Trivium, and In Flames, or what?
That is a tour made in heaven for some people, and not for me. That would be a personal hell of mine, actually. I don't know if I could survive that.
Too much for you?
No, I don't know. Seeing Megadeth live once was a struggle already, and
hey, dude, I enjoyed Hangar 18, like Tornado of Souls, Holy Wars, and Peace Cell. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I just want to talk about a couple records. Only a few.
Shoot, I have a couple I'd talk about too, but
the new Body Void record came out. If you like Primitive Man / Indian / Vile Creature / Thou / like Thorn / I don't know. You like your music low, slow, and just like...
Dude, AMG only gave it a 2.5. How am I supposed to listen to it?
At the bottom of the barrel. I don't think it's like... Immersion is better than this record.
Immersion's better than most records.
Yeah, Immersion is a great record. But like, you know, I enjoy listening to this. This record actually, I've noticed this record makes me tired. I think I get ear fatigue from this album, which is not a bad thing in every right. Like, it is just 4 12-minute songs of just like the lowest, grittiest, like dirtiest sludge metal you can find. So, like, yeah, I don't know.
I love their art direction.
Oh, no, it's awesome. Like, their image is really cool. The image of the band, rather. And, I mean, the music certainly reflects that, but it is just kind of, like... I think it's kind of boring. They don't really, like... I don't know. The reason Primitive Man is so cool, at least in my eyes, is they have the noise angle, they have the death metal angle, they have the black metal angle even at some points. They really like to switch it up. They do switch it up occasionally here, but usually it just goes like to a blast beat passage. And like, I don't know, like that's good and it's cool, but I don't know. Check out this record. I do think it's worth your time. The songs do go pretty heavy, and like, I don't know. They have a song called Laying Down in a Forest Fire, so that's pretty metal.
Right, Adam, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got up front?
Ooh, ooh. I'm the only one. I'm sorry.
Ooh, ooh.
Blue Album, great record.
Yeah, I've been listening. I swear, every like year I get really into 90s Weezer. And this week I listened to Buddy Holly like 20 times.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That was my favorite Weezer song for a long, long time.
It's only, yeah, Jesus Christ, Blue Album's so solid.
Yeah, no. It's kind of funny how hard Weezer falls off after those first two albums. Like, they're not horrible, but, like, those two albums, you know, Pinkerton and Blue Album, like, it's just, like...
Yeah, they're just, like, it's insane how good they are.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I've listened to Blue Album, like, a bunch this week. It's
Good.
great. Also, only real metal album I've been cranking this week that we haven't already talked about is the new Victory Over the Sun record.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. You know, we're microtonal black metal nerds. We love it. I want to get a microtonal guitar and
I want to go back to her record from last year. Because I remember it coming out and I definitely did not give it enough attention. And I know that like this record, this Nowhere record is really, really good.
Oh, you mean Victory Over the Sun, Nowhere being a record?
Oh, is that it? Yeah, Nowhere is the record. Yeah, sorry.
You know,
but yeah, no.
It's like really chaotic microtonal black metal songs with influence from all these things. The last song, O Scenes, is like a 21-minute epic, builds really nicely. It's really gorgeously written. You know, one woman.
One woman.
One woman, black metal band from like middle of the country. She does everything. Sounds awesome. Love this.
Yeah.
Stuff. This is like if you're like
this is the closest to Juke Guide I've ever heard.
No,
so props.
Cool. It's like I love my Adam Campbells, but he's not exactly the most into songwriting sort of dude. And you know, this has songs, and it feels like almost more K.O. Dottie than Juke Guide, just microtonal guitars.
Yeah.
There's definitely some like aesthetica in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, great record. Like if you're like an indie nerd that likes microtonal black metal, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's a great record. The other main record that I want to talk about is the Stone Healer record that came out on Friday. Yeah, this record's weird, man. It's rough around the edges, but like I've never seen a more interesting genre blend than prog rock and avant-garde black metal. And I mean avant-garde black metal like literally crowless. Like these songs transition from like 70s prog to crowless in an instant. And that is just, I think, very impressive. I'm excited to see what this band does in the future, and I really like this record.
No, I saw this and I was like, oh, I'll totally enjoy this. I just, right now in finals, haven't had too much free time to listen to music, but this looks awesome.
Yeah, super fun. The band knows that they're having fun, and like the vocal performance is kind of weak, but like I don't know, it's a really cool independent debut, and I think that this band's gonna at least have a place in my brain for being one that really gets experimental with their genres.
That's fair.
I've heard a bunch of other okay music this week. Let me try and I mean, there's obviously so much stuff that comes out.
Yeah, there's a crazy amount of good music.
Yeah, crazy amount of good music. Let me just check I just want to check my big list one more time. What about any idea about what's coming up?
I'm about to check. Let's click on this too. Sigil, Coffin Breath, new Fonge record.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, no, is that Pantocrator? Is the official Pantocrator released tomorrow?
Yeah, official
okay. It's funny, yeah. That, by the way, I'm sorry, that album, amazing.
Yeah, dude, Fonge are Fonge. Like,
yeah.
Jesus, they're great.
Yeah.
Inferno, Crucifix, Moon Coven.
Oh my god, the new Candlemass album coming out?
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
Ooh.
I'm letting go.
Is the new Adam, bro? What do we think of the Girl in Red?
Stop. That's cringe, Sam.
Tomorrow. Is Porter Robinson coming out tomorrow? Or did that come out last week?
I don't know. Let me check the list.
Bro, you look just like Buddy Holly.
What's with these homies? The Porter Robinson record came out 23rd of April.
Yeah, if you like Mimi EDM with a lot of influences, probably.
Oh, I have a question. Have you listened to the new Igloo Ghost?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did we?
On air.
Oh. Well, shit.
It's not great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty underwhelming compared to, I don't know. I don't like the trap side of Igloo Ghost.
Yeah, me either.
But anyway, we will be returning to the Opathacy next week with the more bad music.
With Heritage, it's
Heritage.
wearing me down, Adam. It's wearing me down.
I know. We're getting to the end. We only got a couple more records. But
Opeth records.
But we're gonna take our time. We'll probably do 2. We'll probably do Heritage, Pale Communion, do something else, and then do Sorceress and Incada. So
You're Sorceress.
dude, I don't know, man. I mean, at least you have Incada to look forward to. That record's great.
Pale Communion's pretty good.
Yeah, that's got a 5 on AMG.
Damn, bro, you ready to listen to like, dude, go to Opeth right now on Spotify. Go to Heritage, and just listen to the first minute of Devil's Orchard, and you'll hear everything you need to know for the rest of the next 4
That
albums.
scares me. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Alright, Opeth. I've had it. I've heard it.
Yep, it's like, you know how like they did that thing where like they'd contrast like these really sick death metal sections with really well written prog? What if you made their entire discography like the well written prog? What made it worse than before?
Awesome. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Honestly, for the longest time, I thought Heritage was like the sickest album art ever, and then I realized that the fruit on the tree are just the different Opeth members' faces, and I was like, wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, they like to do that. They did that on the live one too, Garden of whatever.
I mean, it's funny because like this really is gorgeous artwork. It's just
kind of memey.
It's kind of memey.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, this has been
This has been PMMetalGuide. Fortitude's like a 5 out of 10. Worst Gojira record.
Yeah.
And PMMetalGuide forever.
Wait. Did you stop recording?
No, I'm still going.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
No.
Prepare for no. We have to tell the listener base that the day of reckoning is coming. The best records of 2020 will be released shortly, within a month's time. It is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro,
get excited.
We're pogging, bro.
You better be pogging. Anyway, yes.
Sam.
I be Adam.
Auto-tuned, layered chorus vocal.